simple meal that is easy on the wallet. Tender pieces of chicken and aromatic Chinese sausage that makes its own sauce while cooking. This is Homestyle goodness. Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Dude is behind the camera, and we're all about simple food, simple faith. This dish is so simple to make. My mom used to make this growing up when she had, I don't know, maybe not much to cook. And it was always super tasty, and it was one of those dishes where we just want to have every last drop of the sauce. It really is just about simple ingredients. So we have 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs that I've already cut up into about 1 inch to 1.5 inch size pieces. And this is about 6 thighs. I had 6 left, so it's 1.5 pounds. We're gonna marinate it first. So I'm adding a tablespoon of a Shaoxing wine. Shaoxing wine is just a rice cooking wine, and it has a very distinct flavor compared to just regular Chinese cooking rice wine. But you can use either. You can use bourbon if you don't have it, or you can just omit it altogether. And a tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm using light soy sauce. But you can use just regular soy, using 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground white pepper, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, and I have 1/2 teaspoon of white sugar and a tablespoon of cornstarch. The sugar is just to help balance out the flavors, and the cornstarch helps to make the chicken more tender and velvety feeling in your mouth. It really does add to the dish, so don't eliminate the cornstarch. If you don't want to use cornstarch, you can use potato starch or maybe even arrowroot. People have been asking me about arrowroot lately. I haven't used it in a long time. I can't say for certain that it would work, but I imagine so. The texture is kind of like cornstarch, and it's also a thickening agent. So I imagine that arrowroot would be a good substitution here as well. We're just gonna mix this up, and then we're gonna make sure that all the pieces are well coated. Got my thumb-sized piece of ginger. So you're looking at about 1/2 ounce. We want about 1 tablespoon of grated ginger in here. And if you're going to leave the skin on, just make sure it's cleaned really well. And you can add as little or as much ginger as you like. If you like a strong ginger flavor, you can add more. The ginger helps to take away the raw chicken smell, as my mom says. Okay, and we're just gonna stir that in as well. Oh, the ginger smells really good though. I'm gonna stick this in the fridge and let it marinate for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm using this brand for my Chinese sausage, which is also called cheong in Chinese. And this is a local brand. The store still exists in Chinatown, and they have like fresh cheong that is still hanging from the ceiling. But I just buy this at the local supermarket. We're using 3 of them today. And there are different varieties of cheong. There are some with less fat. They have one that they make with both chicken and pork in it, and it's very, very lean. Dude and the kids don't like it as much because they really enjoy the juiciness and the fat content in the regular cheong. And I don't know if it still is the case now, but years ago, Vancouver was known for their cheong. So much so that when I lived in Toronto, on one of my trips back to Vancouver, my mom made me take 50 pounds of cheong to her friends in Toronto. I'm just gonna slice it up diagonally. I remember that Mom used to, when she really had nothing for dinner, she would just put a couple of cheong into the rice cooker when she's making rice, and then that would be dinner. She would have some veggies on the side. It may look like Chinese salami, but the package does say you have to cook it through before eating. And I have 1 green onion that I'm just gonna slice up for garnish. So I'm just slicing this up to make it a little bit more fancy into like julienne. you know, because I'm just waiting for that chicken to be marinated. You don't have to do it like this if you don't want to. You can just chop it up. And if you put the onion in a bowl of cold water, you can see that the little strands will start to curl. So it's really kind of pretty. Just make sure you drain it before you put it on your food. Right, we are using a dish that has about a 2-inch lip on it, and we want to use a dish like this because it's going to create its own sauce while it cooks. So we're just gonna put our chicken in here and make sure that it's in a single layer. That will just make sure that the chicken is cooked evenly. We're just gonna evenly distribute the lapcheung on top. Lapcheung really does add that extra flavor. But if you don't have lapcheung or you can't find it, you can always omit it and it'll still be a really yummy dish. I have a very similar dish in my cookbook, Chinese Homestyle, which is a black bean steamed chicken. So you can make something similar using the same technique. I'm using a homemade sling using a foil that I've folded maybe 4 layers of foil in here. I'm just gonna put that on my sling and I'm gonna lower it into my pressure cooker where I already have a rack and a cup of water below. And I know that this dish fits into this pot. So I'm just gonna fold this down. This just makes for an easy removal. If you don't have a pressure cooker to steam it in, you can use a wok or a Dutch oven, and just so long as your dish can fit into the vessel that you're steaming in. Or if you have a steamer, that would work great. Putting the lid on, locking it into place, making sure this knob is on sealing, and we're going to high pressure cook it for 10 minutes. Oops. And if you're steaming on the stovetop, cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on, well, whether or not it's cooked through. So give it a check at 10 minutes, and if it needs more time, stick it in there for a couple more minutes. Right, we're gonna quick release. I don't know why it still scares me so much. All right, moment of truth. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. All right, I'm gonna remove this. We're gonna drizzle on a couple of teaspoons of sesame oil.
Oh, so fragrant.
And adding our green onion. Just as garnish. Ta-da! Are you all ready for?
Yep. Ooh, that smells awesomeness. Well guys, just getting over a case of COVID, but thankfully, I still have my sense of taste and smell, so I can honestly do the taste instead of just faking it. All that sauce, you know guys, I'm into sauce and rice. Just drizzle it, just lay it down so that it covers our rice. And more sauce. And lapcheung. Whoa, it almost got out of the bowl here. Stay in there, dude. There's that fragrance coming from there. And then it finishes it off with the sesame oil. Awesome. And guys, you know, we've been talking about this a lot and the recipes reflect that, as the cost of food is just like going up, going up. It doesn't mean that you and your family need to eat poorly. The taste here is like fantastic. Just simple and wholesome and just super tasty still. That is like way, way, way up there. Sauce. Taste is magnificent. Brings back memories, so many home style memories. chicken is tender. And that marinade, definitely in there. Lapchang. Not the lean stuff. A bit of fat content in there. And as much as Flo says, oh, dude and the kids, you know you like it too. Add this with leafy Chinese veg. You don't have to eat a lot of rice. No rice at all. But the rice is a perfect vehicle for all that fantastic sauce. And you have yourself an awesome meal with leftovers to boot for 4. Good.
Great. Thanks, dude. When on sale, the chicken costs between $5 and $6 for a pound and a half, and the lapchang will probably cost you about $2 from that package. If you add a vegetable, that will cost about $1 to $2. This is another meal under $10 for your family of 4. For another steamed chicken recipe, that's my chicken and black bean sauce. Check it out in my cookbook below, Chinese Homestyle.